It is Wednesday, the 9th of March, 2022. We say good morning to you and welcome to Up and Go here on the Bridge 99 FM. My name is Richie B.
Good morning, Bridge Nation. You know it's your boy, Shellz.
Good morning, Bridge Nation. It's your girl, Queen JoJo.
Yeah, Bridge Nation, and it's yours truly, DJ Audley.
We're here. We're going to take care of you until 11 o'clock. We have a nice, really jam-packed program lined up.
That's right.
Yeah, some of the things happened since yesterday. The presentation in Parliament is definitely a hot talking point.
Yes, sir.
Or dollar bills are going to change in terms of the look.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Boy. It's interesting.
It is an interesting development.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Did you guys get a chance to look at social media and see the comments?
Oh,
yes. One thing with Jamaican people, you know.
Let me
They're
tell you
going to
something.
speak their minds.
Let me tell you something. When we say hot, we mean hot. And we're going to talk some more about that, I think, at 8 o'clock this morning,
with
right?
Lloyd Smith.
Absolutely.
Right. Mhm.
So, good to see you all.
Good to
Thanks.
see you too. You're very bright.
Let the
this
show.
We're bright this
Everybody bright. I don't know what's going
Are we
on.
messaging
Hold on,
each
I'm
other?
It didn't escape Ronnie's notice.
No, it fits. Everything seems legit
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Not like
That's
we
what's
think.
up. That's what's up. Let's get the show on the road right now. It's 3 minutes after 7 o'clock. Up and go.
And it's time for WTF, and that is What the Fact.
All right. So, inside of What the Fact this morning, it's a bit lengthy, but very interesting.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to share the spoils. All right. Military whales and dolphins is what we're looking at. You heard me? Military whales and dolphins. They exist. So let me start it off. In 2017, Russian state television reported that the country was experimenting with using beluga whales, bottlenose dolphins, and several species of seals to guard entrances to naval bases, assist drivers or divers, that is, and possibly kill strangers who entered their territory. Belugas were dropped from the program, however, when it became clear that swimming for long periods in cold, polar waters made the whales sick.
Look at that. And when Russia invaded Crimea in 2014, it took over a Ukrainian military unit that included bottlenose dolphins. And that's according to news reports. The Ukrainian combat dolphins, based in Sevastopol, were trained to search and tag underwater mines or unwanted swimmers attempting to access restricted waterways, says Ria Novotsy. Now, using marine mammals for military purposes isn't restricted to Russia. The U.S. Navy has had a similar program since the 1960s, and the ability of these animals were to detect and find targets in depth or in murky water is something technology still can't duplicate yet, which militaries find very valuable.
Oh boy.
Look at it, Richie. Look at it.
Yeah,
On the
okay.
screen.
I just looked up on the screen and I'm seeing one. My goodness.
What is that on his fin?
That's
Is
a tracking device, I suspect. Yeah? We'd think.
It is.
Yeah, it must be some tracking
That's
device.
sonar.
But you know, my query has to be, how do you train these? How do you train them?
All I can say is in a Bridge Nation and Richie, Audley. We always say movies must based off of something, don't it? So see it there? We think a movie alone is them thing and see it there?
Total Recall.
See it there?
Yeah,
man.
they train these whales and dolphins and so on, seals even, to do all of this work, and they're proving to be quite useful.
Yeah.
They're still being used. So this is a fact. Time for the update. Interesting topical issues being highlighted. And we give you an update on what's the latest that we have. And as usual, the lady goes first. Jody, over to you.
Good morning, Bridge Nation. So my update for this morning is Shenzier creates Billboard history with 21 Savage on her single Are You That? Yes, man, Shenzier, go on. Shenzier put her name in another historic moment among Jamaican artists. Her song Are You That, featuring 21 Savage, is making huge stride ahead of the artist's highly anticipated full-length album Alpha, and the song Are You That came out in February, so February 14, and it has been doing very well so far, making waves, and Shenzier have been making waves internationally, rubbing shoulder with a lot of persons in the industry. So Shenzier, go on, man. Shenzier is going on. So her inclusion on Kanye West's Dan Dada album landed her on the Billboard also Hot 100 chart, creating another historic moment for the Jamaican star. So we are looking forward to see what's next for Shenzier.
She's going to continue to climb.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Without a doubt.
Yes, sir.
And all the doubters, you better get with the program. Ain't no stopping Shen right now, let me tell you that.
Oh my God.
Well,
Yep.
Well, an artist who I get stopped right now is Jacquier, because you don't know, Dutch prosecutors wants 8 years for Jacquier, after the whole stabbing incident, saying that the stabbing incident was premeditated. So yeah, Bridge Nation, Jacquier is facing an 8-year jail sentence should he be convicted for the stabbing of an Amsterdam promoter on October 1st last year. Jacquier is on trial for attempted manslaughter, aggravated assault, and attempted aggravated assault, as he is being represented by Dutch attorney at law Jan Hein Kuipers. Now, this is the part what catch me now. When he went into court, Bridge Nation, the judge said this: I got stuck with Bob Marley. The senior judge admitted that during the hearing on Tuesday. But then Jacquier, being a Jamaican, him a fan about, like a feisty, he said, then you should Google my name. That would surprise you.
Oh, wow.
Now, the prosecution argued that the stabbing incident was preceded by an argument over monies owed to Jacquier in the sum of €5,000 for a concert he performed at days before at Melkweg. The prosecution shared several threatening messages sent to the promoter, Ricardo Blake. I'm going to kill you. One of the texts said. In addition, he said, this N-word I have to kill. And shortly after, he stabbed Blake, who received emergency medical attention, but has since recovered from the wound.
Oh, wow.
And no matter what, I mean, even if the promoter had a change of heart, it is now out of his hands.
He's going
So
to jail.
no forgiveness on his part will prevent Cure from facing what he's facing right now.
Those messages alone. He's going to jail.
Yeah. But it's interesting the kind of response that he gave to the judge. You wonder.
Google me.
You wonder if he really needs an attorney.
Hey.
Right?
Sounds like he could represent himself.
And that message, me that humble myself.
Yeah, because if the judge see us Bob, maybe,
That's keeping it, yeah,
They'll be
Judge.
like, yo, yeah,
I'm a stepfather.
yeah,
something.
no, one relative.
I'm a relative. We're cousin. Yeah.
Like the sentence.
Do you think that might impact the outcome?
I think
Maybe,
so.
who knows? Just humble.
if you
Humility is key, no, man.
Yeah,
Humility is key, man. I never tell the judge. I say, yeah,
Google me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's not keeping quiet under the circumstances. After all, been there. You could almost say done that.
I
He's
feel
been in that
like
kind of
he's
setting.
like, it's whatever.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, he has some chats there, boy. I tell you.
Wow. Yeah, it was
All right,
very bad.
we have enough time for a quick one, and this might surprise all of you because I can tell you that Spice made an appearance on Sunday, not to perform, but in fact to make an appearance in church. Spice was in church
That's
on
right.
Sunday.
Praising the Lord.
In Atlanta, Georgia. She was joined by her co-star from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Yandy Smith Harris, who went on to make a post, and very touching, almost emotional post. She says, from my intern days to owning several companies, at Spice Official has always treated me the exact same. And she says, always supportive, always greeted me with a big smile and a hug, and always just shown the utmost love and respect. She's as real as they come, and I know that because I was literally a little girl chasing behind Mona and Missy, holding bags and getting coffee, and she showed me love. And so both of them went to church. It was a jam-packed church, and Spice was seen there praising the Lord.
That's
Shall we
right.
say hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Shall we say praise the Lord?
Praise the Lord.
That was Update.
Jojo, what time is it?
It is proverb of the day time. Rainford. Sorry, called the wrong name a while ago.
Who's that?
Rainford is going to play the proverb of the day for us this morning.
When your neighbor house on fire, wet yours.
One more time for us.
When your neighbor house on fire, wet yours.
When your neighbor house on fire, wet yours. So you see, this is not bad this morning.
I think
fellas.
I figured this one out.
You figure it out?
Yeah.
Not because the information is on the paper, right?
No, of course not. No, I figured this one out.
Yeah, but I think everybody who is listening get the gist of the proverb, and the meaning really is: don't think that what happened to someone else will not happen to you. Take precaution and learn from other people's mistake. And this is something that my sister has beat in my head from I was a child. She's like, you don't have to make the same mistake. Learn from their mistake.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, when your neighbor house on fire, wet yours. Where does this one come from?
It is from Trinidad as well.
Yeah, we like this one.
Yeah. Some good other ones were there where I was like, you know what? You guys are giving trouble too often. So let me come up with something else this morning.
No problem. We appreciate it. And that was the proverb of the day. Moving right now into
pet peeve. And we have a pet peeve from one of our WhatsApp persons, listeners, of course, but they're in our WhatsApp as well. Big up yourself, Barbak. He's going to share his pet peeve with us this morning.
Well, this is Barbak, and if I want to tell people what people do to annoy me, then come with people business to me, and I have my business to deal with. I don't want to hear people business. This is Barbak, we would for the youth.
Short answer. He's annoyed with people carrying people business. And I can understand that. Don't you think, fellas?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, leave people business.
Man, a news outlet. Yeah, come to me. Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
Man, some having business
and
to
I
sort
agree.
out.
I
And them
agree.
come to him with people business.
Yeah.
Like, that not help my business.
Like he wants to, don't go on and allow me.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Morning, Barbak.
Morning, Barbak. Thank you so much for your contribution to Pet Peeve this morning.
Nice.
We'll be inviting a guest to speak with us. As a matter of fact, on Tuesday afternoon, that was yesterday, in the budget debate in our Jamaican Parliament, Finance Minister Dr Nigel Clarke stated that late former Prime Ministers and political rivals Michael Manley and Edward Seaga will appear together on a new $2,000 note. Minister Clarke also announced that the current notes are to be upgraded in the coming fiscal year. In the debate, the finance minister also spoke about the government's plan to provide 2,500 Jamaican dollars to the first 100,000 persons who enroll in the central bank's digital currency initiative. Jamaica's central bank digital currency is called JAMDEX, Jamaica Digital Exchange. And we have, of course, this time to discuss all of that and much more, journalist and political analyst Lloyd B. Smith, who is joining us this morning. So I was about to say, Lloyd, that I would say that Dr. Clarke has definitely maintained his very lively approach to his budget presentation. But what of the content of that presentation? Give us your comments on what you heard from him yesterday.
Well, I think overall the presentation was tremendously improved in terms of his delivery. He has certainly matured in his post as finance and planning minister. One must give him credit for that. Also, his ability to break down the details in a way that the average Jamaican can in fact appreciate and understand. Your use of graphics and other things props that he used to carry out his presentation. So, kudos for that, because in the past we have had some very boring budget presentations, especially from the Ministry of Finance. So that's a move in the right direction. Well, it was a basket of goodies. I would say overall that it was a people-friendly budget, but of course, I would want to make two riders. One is that the devil is in the details, and secondly, the whole matter of implementation. For example, the $2 billion towards assisting those persons who are most hard hit with the gas hikes, particularly the taxi operators and so on. A bold move, but I'm a bit wary about it because in Jamaica, implementation is always a problem. And so it's going to see how this plays out, and we'll have to follow that one very carefully to ensure that it doesn't fall by the wayside, as so many times in the past such announcements tend to go in that route. Also, there was a large amount of money this time round for the SME sector. And I suspect that the minister wants to galvanize that particular area of the economy so that we can have a greater level of productivity and so on and growth in the economy. Again, we have observed in the past that many times when these amounts of money are allocated to the small business, especially people, they don't get it. And sometimes, and in fact in most cases, it's not really just their fault, but the bureaucracy and the ins and outs of government not being very straightforward as assisted in that sort of stalemate. So again, one will have to see how that plays out in terms of reality and not just in terms of announcement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of course, one of the controversial elements of his presentation was the matter of the dance notes. I think overall, I'm glad that he explained the Paul Vogel situation, because as you know, for many years it was being posited that the photograph or the picture of Paul Vogel actually was not really him,
yes,
but some Black American personality. Well, he got to rest in his presentation, and I think that was very well needed. Outside of that, the 2000 note, I think, is going to become quite a topical issue in Jamaica, especially in the Jamaican political culture, because Michael Manley and Shenzier Thiago were known to be arch rivals.
Yes.
And they also had different ideological and political views and stances. And I don't know, the feedback I'm getting on the ground is not necessarily very encouraging, because, as you know, we are still politically divided. And one just hopes. I think the intention of the government is good, to bring about some sense of unity and unification and political maturity, especially in our 60th year of having attained political independence. But we are going to have to tread very softly on that one, because some of the feedback I'm getting, you know, is not very encouraging.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of comments too, Lloyd.
We're not really holding hands at any time at all.
Yeah. I've seen a number of comments on social media, and one that was recurring is whether or not it's an expense that we want to be taking on at this time, because it is going to come at a cost, I suspect.
Yes, and there are so many different notes now, because we have the 100, we have the 2,000, we have the 5,000, and the coins and all that sort of thing. I've always felt that we should have limited. And I don't know if we really need to have gone that route at this time with so many, different innovations, as you said, and the printing of all that new banknotes. It's going to come at a tidy cost. And especially that it has to have some security features, and those things do cost a lot of money to implement. The minister did not indicate, at least I don't recall is indicating what the cost would be, but that is something that perhaps we in the media will have to pursue to find out exactly how much this is going to affect taxpayers in the long run in terms of
cost.
That aspect of expenditure.
Yeah.
The KYC, the minister definitely shifted from going after the banks with respect to bank fees by introducing this KYC, Know Your Customer, where you can open this particular account, and the government, in order to make it work and to encourage skeptical Jamaicans to go that route, it has dangled the carrot with a 2,500 deposit once you establish that account. So again, that's going to be interesting to see whether or not the average Jamaican takes up that offer. I still believe that there ought to be some intervention with respect to bank fees. And I don't know if this sort of deft move by the minister will in fact assuage the anger that many Jamaicans feel towards the bank for the various fees that are being charged. And then there is a digital currency, JAMDEX. Again, the minister went into a very dramatic move by having his barber sitting in Parliament and transferring $500 via his telephone to his for final payment, having given him a haircut the day before.
Yes.
It was quite, a nice departure from, the usual stoic way in which he performed.
I want to go back.
Amusing.
I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier in terms of the benefits that the public transportation sector might be able to acquire. But whatever the price is that they're using now for the cost of oil, with what is happening in the world in terms of increasing prices, don't you think, Lloyd, that they might very well have to revisit these estimates in a short time with the possible increasing oil prices?
Yes, I definitely think so, because let's face it, it's a moving target. It was with what's happening in Ukraine. And the fact that, yesterday the U.S. actually set about banning all oil imports from Russia, and that's not good, because So I do believe that we are going to see a further escalation. And apart from the taxi drivers, and perhaps some of the bus drivers, let's face it, every one of us, including you and me, we will be hit hard by this gas hike. And this is why many of us would have been disappointed that the minister did not look at the tax. That tax that we were hoping that he would have removed or decreased,
Okay. Mr. Smith, Shellz here again. So we're going back to the JAMDEX initiative. I'm not going to go around as a young Jamaican, in my demographic. We're a little interested and intrigued by this move. Digital currency is a wave around the planet. It's a good look. But I'm not going to try and get too caught up in the fairy tale. I want you to help me, bring some reality my way and let me know, how would the Jamaica digital currency affect businesses out here?
Well, I think one of the ways which the minister also pointed out was it's a cashless transaction, in the sense that you don't have to, if you know what the problem is with crime in Jamaica, walking or moving around, having to go to the bank to pay, and you have to have the, ton loads of money in your pocket or in your wallet or what have you. So that aspect of it, the ease with which you can carry out a transaction, I think that's the most encouraging aspect to it. Also, the fact that you will not have to be subject to any horrendous fees in the process, that to me would perhaps be the two pluses. But again, as I said, these things take a while to seep into the consciousness of the average Jamaican, so it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I think perhaps persons like yourself, the millennials and younger persons, will find it more exciting than the GOP knuckle,
Lloyd B., we're out of time for this segment, but as usual, we thank you for taking the time to speak with us and for the thoughts you shared. Have a great day today, Lloyd B.
Give thanks, sir.
All right, take care. All the best. Keep up good. Keep up.
All right, thank you. We will. Appreciate it all the while. He gives us a lot of encouragement.
Man.
And it's always a pleasure talking with Lloyd B. Smith down there, I suspect, in Montego Bay is where it might be at right now.
So going right into Tech This, it's 8:23 and this is Tech This. Now, if you're wondering what Tech This is the time where we highlight various technological advancements all over the world, and today is no exception. Today, I'll be introducing you guys to the AirTag by Apple. Now, I don't know about Uno, Bridge Nation, but I'm always losing things. Same. And this is a device that I think will help a lot of us. So the AirTag is a very easy way of keeping track of your belongings. Just simply attach one to your keys, your school bag, and just like that, they're on your radar in the Find My app, where you can also track down your Apple devices and keep up with your family and friends. Now, misplacing something like your wallet, for example, Richie B, doesn't have to be a big deal when it's when it's the AirTag, when it has the AirTag attached. You know, you can play a sound in the built-in speaker by going in the New Items tab in the Find My app, and if it's hiding nearby, just follow the sound and your search is over. Now, if your AirTag is nearby, your phone can lead you directly towards it with precision finding. This means you'll see the distance to your AirTag and the direction to heading. Kind of like Google Maps, just for where you think them there. Exactly. Now, yeah, it does this with the help of ultra wideband technology. Up on easy at all. Now, you can also set the AirTag, on a specific settings that will allow someone to get your contact information just in case, they find your belongings. So, for example, if you have your AirTag attached to your wallet and they found your wallet and somebody knows that's an AirTag, they can just use their phone, tap the AirTag and get your contact info and call and say, yo, we'll find your wallet in a bridging. So this is done, as I said, by tapping the AirTag by using NFC capable smartphone. What that means is the same technology that allows people to pay for items with their phones. So, you tap and you just pay. Exactly. You talked about digital currency a while ago. It's coming in Jamaica. No worry yourself. Now, finally, it's important to note that only you can see where your AirTag is. That's very important for safety and privacy. Your location, data, and history are never stored on the device itself. Also, other devices that relay the information or relay the location of your AirTag remain anonymous, and that the location is encrypted every step of the way. So what that means, Bridge Nation, not even Apple, well, that's how them claim, not even Apple knows the location of your AirTag or the identities of the devices that help to find it. Now, you can get a package deal which comes with 4 AirTags on Amazon for only what? $99. So yeah, that's Tech This, and that's the AirTag. Don't lose your belongings again, Richie.
No, sir.
Get yourself an AirTag.
Listen, unless you can find AirTags in people like Cedric and Annette, you might be crying for days and months. Again, we say thank you to Annette and to Cedric up there at the main library at the University of the West Indies. And that's an interesting one.
Yeah, so the AirTag by Apple. That's why
$99?
$99. You get 4 of them.
Yeah,
4 of them.
4?
Yeah, get 4.
That's my family right there.
Exactly. See that?
So, yeah.
That's a good look. Apple always, I know people always fight it out. Big up the Android users. Love, But, Apple always one step ahead, man.
Yeah. I have to say thank you for this one this morning.
No problem.
Thank you, Shellz.
Yeah, man.
That was what?
That was Tech This.
All right. Our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Garfield McCook. He is the president and founder of the Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition, the JIIFSC. Now, we understand that this competition was created last year to give Jamaicans overseas an opportunity to participate in festival events outside of Jamaica. And an inaugural winner was declared Lavi Luja from Pickering in Canada. And Lavi won from a field of some 12 finalists from various countries. We understand this competition attracted participation from the United States of America, from Germany, from the United Kingdom, among other places. And so I want to get some more details about this, what seems to be an exciting competition, from the conceptualizer himself, Garfield McCook, who's our guest on the telephone at this time. Good morning, Garfield.
Good morning. How are you?
Not too bad at all.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good here in Georgia. I see where you guys have 80 degrees while we are chilly 52 degrees. So you're better than I am, but we're hanging in there.
Nice. All right.
And you're still better than our friends in Toronto, Canada, because when last we checked, they were at like 18 or 20. So give thanks. We all give thanks.
Yes.
Garfield, what inspired this competition in the first place? Take us to the genesis of it.
The genesis is that, I had a conversation with a lot of artists here in the United States and around the world, and they all said they needed a platform so that they can be involved in our festivities, our independence festivities. So I sat down and said, let me see what I can do. So I got a team together, and basically we launched last year, and we had entries from all over the world. First entrant was from out of Germany, King Noah. and we had entries from England, from Canada, and here in the United States. So we were able to create that platform that they said was well needed for them to perform and show what they got.
Yeah, very well said, Mr. McCook. Shellz here. So you mentioned that, these performers, the contestants say it's well needed. I don't think a lot of us here in Jamaica quite understand. We take it for granted our festival competitions within our borders. Can you shed some light on just how important it is for persons outside of our borders, to be in events and competitions like these?
It's very important. One of our motto here is loving you from afar. That's JIIFSC's motto. So although we're here, we still love Jamaica. I always say Jamaica is like one of those girlfriends you had and you migrated, but you're still in touch with her. You just can't leave her alone.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, sir.
That's what Jamaica is to us.
Yes, sir.
And so we want to be involved. We want to be involved, and this is our platform. And we had a great first year and looking forward to a greater second year.
Okay.
When do you open for entries, and when will the winner be declared? And how can persons participate? Tell us all of that in one block if you can.
Okay, so applications were opened on February 1st. The applicants can enter between February 1st and on April 30th via our website, which is JIIFSC.com. And the MP3, we expect to have that by May 31st. And then from May 31st, we will go on and we'll open it to fans once we have the top 12 songs selected by our 5-judge panel. So fans will be able to participate between June and July. And then we choose the top 7 songs at the end of June. And those are the 5 songs that the judges will choose on July 30th, which is our final night.
Mm-hmm. Is there room for public votes to help to determine winners and so on?
Yes. Okay. So once we determine the top 12, that's when the fans are going to participate. Last year we had about 5,000 fans around the world who participated, and their vote will account for 5% of the vote that will decide the top 7.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Talk about prizes. What kind of prizes are you offering in this competition?
Right now, the first prize is $8,000 plus a trophy. Second prize, $4,000 plus a trophy, and the third prize, it's $1,000.
Let's form the Bridge Chorale and do something about this.
There you go.
so sorry, quick question, Mr. McCook. So, can persons within Jamaica enter? Or it has to be
So the criteria, you have to be a Jamaican or of Jamaican descent living in the diaspora.
Okay.
We had to do that so that we can maintain some integrity between the local competition and the foreign competition.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, we're here to complement, not to compete with the Jamaican competition.
In fact, you actually went through a name change, because I think initially you had the word festival in the name of the competition, and I think you have replaced that with the word foreign.
Yes, we did that for clarity. Last year, some folks thought that we were a part of the local competition. So for clarity and distinction, we decided to switch from festival to foreign. We had to maintain the acronym JIIFSC.
Yes.
And some people say that foreign is the same thing as international. No, my thought is that foreign gets us out of Jamaica, and then international takes over.
Okay.
What kind of content are you hoping that persons will put forward in the songs that they submit?
Well, we're looking for vocal quality, production quality, lyrical relevance to the Jamaican culture. So those are the criteria that we're looking forward. Right now, we actually had our first song entry. It came in on the very day we released or opened. And interestingly, it's not from the United States. Again, it's a song from another country around the world. So our international flavor continues.
Okay. Mr. McCook, finally from me, you mentioned the website. Are there any other ways for fans to keep track of what's happening, social media platforms, etc.?
Yes, they can check out our IG and our Facebook, JIIFSC. and you can keep up to date. We blast a lot, we update a lot, and then there's our Linktree, LINKTREE /JIIFSC. That gives you all our platforms, our Facebook, IG, Twitter, and historical the history of the competition. So again, JIIFSC.com or Linktree/JIIFSC.
Okay.
I'd love to get a chance to hear, and also to air Lavi Luja's winning entry from last year. So I'll ask you to forward that to my producer at some early stage after this interview.
Yes. A great song to have been the winner for the first year. It cemented what we wanted. We think that a five-judge panel will choose a song that is worthy of being the JIIFSC winner, and we are sticking to a 5-judge panel because we think it gives credence to the song that is chosen.
This is generating a lot of interest, as you can well imagine, Garfield. So one question that is being put to us by one of our listeners is, outside of the $8,000 US dollar first prize, do you have other sectional prizes or like a first, second, third? Tell us about some other prizes that you might have in this competition.
Well, we are working with external entities to try and see what we can have, especially our 60th year. We cannot disclose at this time until we get confirmation. But there are going to be a lot of surprises and prizes on that final night of the event.
Yes. Okay. Is it your hope also that Jamaica here will embrace the winning entry and that it will also get rotation and exposure leading into our independence celebrations?
Yes. And one of the things I am hopeful for is that one day, hopefully in the near future, the winning song from JIIFSC and the winning song from JCDC, those two winners can be on the same platform because, again, we're here to complement, not compete. So we got to show the world that reggae is alive and well. And Jamaica are the pioneers, and if we have two individuals who can represent and spread our word, then our brand will remain forever.
Okay. Are you satisfied with the level of support that you're getting from the powers that be here for this competition?
Yes, I am, and we're working together in harmony to try and make it more public so people can see that, hey, the support is there. So we're currently working on that, and I foresee a good end result.
All right. Harmony will take us a far away, I'm sure.
Definitely.
All right. Commendations to you on this fantastic innovation, it seems, Garfield, and we wish you all the best. Let us stay in touch, and please, at the earliest convenience, let us hear what Lavi Luja's winning entry from last year sounds like. Congratulations, and good luck.
Yes, thanks again, and big ups to Up and Go and Richie B and his crew.
Thank you, Garfield McCook. Have a great day.
All right, blessings,
bro. Nice competition there. $8,000. I don't think the cameras were on us when it was announced that us here in Jamaica were not able to enter, because we are all excited about forming the Bridge Chorale.
Yeah, we'll have a band practice tomorrow. We're ready.
The musicians are already.
We're ready.
We were harmonizing behind the scenes.
Color coordinate and everything.
Trust me. Anyhow, we live to fight another day. Good morning and welcome to the Secret Sound Game. Give us a call right now if you think you can identify the sound that we play, and then we'll put you in the winner's enclosure, that gift package.
Oh, man.
Jody had to get help to take it over here. It's so huge.
Oh, man.
That is what you can win. Talk about feeding the multitude. You can feed every member of your community with something out of that gift package. So, this is the sound that you must identify. That's it. What is making that sound? The first clue that we gave you.
It's that it wasn't an animal. It's not an animal, Bridge Nation.
All right. How much has that helped? Let's see. Telephone number to call 876-676-4996. Let's take our first caller right now. Good morning. You're on the air. Hello.
Good morning, Richie B.
Good morning. How are you?
Mr. Rich. I'm still looking for my gift from Dubai now.
All right. No worries.
They write us
Is it with the Starless?
Yes. Well, you figure it out so quick.
It looked like Starless want a double.
I can work with that.
Yeah, why not? So, Talis, you've tried before. You've heard the clue. Now you're trying again. What is the sound that you just heard?
I didn't hear the clue. I was outside.
Oh, the clue is...
please.
The clue is that it is not an animal.
An animal.
Not an animal. So if that's what you were thinking, wheel and come again. What do you have this morning as your answer?
Is it the thing they use to jack up a car?
The tool that you use to... You mean like a jack?
Yeah.
A hydraulic jack or something like that?
I like the way Talis
Yo,
thinks.
Talis. Have you ever won in the Secret Sound game?
No.
Well, Talis, this morning is an interesting morning. Did you say a hydraulic jack?
Yes.
Well, Talis, I'm here looking at the prize. It could be yours, however.
It's not.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Sorry, Talis.
Yes, I'll try
Sorry,
again.
try again. Please do.
Man, give thanks.
All right, more calls are coming in. People are still trying for the Secret Sound game. 876-676-4996. Ain't nothing wrong with having a little fun with our listeners in the morning time. And so we have a gift package for you if you can identify this secret sound. There you go. Let's get our next call up in here right now. Good morning, you're on the air. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Who is speaking?
Is it a whip?
Pardon?
Is it a whip?
A whip?
Yeah, crack.
Is it
cracking a whip?
Is it a whip cracking?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're on the stream right now looking on this prize, you know. But we look like... who am I speaking with?
Hamilton.
Hamilton, what go on, champ? I don't know if you see the prize in Hamilton. I tell you, it look like it fit you in Hamilton. The answer sound like it fit you too. However, hush, bro.
It looked like Hamilton at the X-Champ.
Good try, Hamilton. Good try.
Thank you for trying, Hamo. And try again sometime. But I really didn't figure that this one would have been so difficult for listeners. I think we have to work on another clue. They're already messaging me to that effect. We might get one before the end of the week. Here's the sound once again. Not an animal. What is it? My gosh. All right, we're out of time right now. So you get a chance to hold on to it a little bit longer.
Hey, this heavy, you know, man.
Still not yours, but you get a chance to hold on to it a little bit longer.
Man, give thanks.
Good morning, Eric.
Greetings, Eric.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor Haile Selassie the First, Jah Rastafari. And also big up the Irie Jam family. And also the Bridge 99.9 family. Big up Richie B, the party master, and the up and go. Said, DJ and the whole family. Rastafari. Big up One Blood God.
Yes. Listen, Eric, it's great having you, man. You are a Jamaican who has been living overseas for several years now. You migrated at a young age now, didn't you?
Yeah, man. Young age, you know. You know, coming at the stuff after my old lady passed away when I was 8 years old, you know? Go through the struggle and, you know.
What is it, though, that attracted you to reggae music, and how did you actually get started?
Well, it really started from the passing of my mother, you know. I realized I have to do up, you know, and go through the struggle and see all the political differences and people suffering and all them things that just come within the music and influence from Bob Marley, Jacob Miller, you know, Black Hole, especially with my Rose, you know. So it's like the vibe just follow me, you know. From I can remember I always singing, you know. Many friends will laugh along the way, maybe take the wrong part of life, and you know. And other people, and people struggle, you know. So
We find your style quite similar to the original sound of Black Uhuru. Is that by intention or just by coincidence?
No, it's not really coincidence, you know. But I always loved Black Uhuru, so but I always be singing in our vibe like this, you know, for a longer time. But you know, we learn you're influenced by certain vibes and certain things, and you know. That's my own story, you know, my own testimony, you know. Everything that comes mostly from the Almighty, you know, you struggle, you know.
Yes.
And big Black Horse there, you know, because, you know, nothing for them to hear me Jip up and Bob, you know, you hear it within the music, you know, and the consciousness, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, you know, Emperor Selassie, you know, and Prophet God, you know, and all those people, and Martin McPlanner, and Manuel, you know, Marcus Garvey, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, Eric, what's your vibes now? So, we can tell from your music, say, just positivity and just levity. You understand what I'm saying? I respect that as a young listener of reggae. But we can understand, say, people who take the route there in the music industry can find some difficulties, especially when it comes to getting the positivity out there, especially upon mainstream. Have you found yourself, you know, facing any challenges like that? Or just tell me any challenges that you faced overall?
Well, the challenges that we face mainly is like you have enough damager and enough demoters that come along the way, you know, and misleaders, you know. So, but I find some good people like One Blood Carl and you know, and Europe, you know, and some people, Roberman, Manuel, you know, in love what I deal with and try to bring the message to the people, because as a tear down the barriers, you know, from the division, and the one people, you know.
Yeah, man.
You know, and most of them youth, you know, they don't really have no one to guide them, because father gone, left mother raised them, and mother run gone, left father raised them. No kind of brought up things. How them used to them come out with music with. So you'll find a man that sing certain things. But I don't really want to that is when him see how him know. So and music come now for breakdown and things, and like a man can see a different part and you know, say, yo, all the way I want to know. And at the end of the day, we see many race and color people, but I want people, you know. And I just Rastafari and a lot of love, you know.
Straight. And that is why we give thanks for artists like yourself, you know, for bringing this balance and the consciousness and maintaining it in through your song as you continue your journey in this music. Before we talk about your current projects, we note that in 2007, Eric, you had the album Rocky Road hitting the streets. But further to that, you toured East and West Africa. That was in 2013. Share with us some of the memories that you have of those tours of Africa.
Well, the first time we went to Africa, it was I and David Judah and Kiprich. You know, went to Nairobi in Kenya. So, you know, and went to places like Meru. When you reach at the airport, it's like people just came out like crazy and just be like, welcome, repatriation. And, you know, when you look at the buses, it's like your face is all over the place. You know, and we went on Citizen TV, that's in the square of Nairobi, near CC ground, and it's like KCC ground, and it's like 30 million people can watch the video throughout Africa. So Citizen TV is like a huge TV station throughout Africa, you know, and we went to places like Meru and Mombasa, you know, and the people come out of the market and like, brother, please do something. And I said, free your mind, man. Rastafari is here, you know. Right, not thyself, you know. So it was just joy, you know. You see the animals, and it's the first time I've seen so much donkey in my life. You know, it's like donkey just run wild.
Whoa.
Rice shop, like crazy rice shop. You see all them fruit punch boxes on the scene in America. Some of the big places down there, the supermarket, them are straight black people in them.
Wow.
The gas station have black people.
Yeah.
The restaurants have black people. I mean, the first never see so much black people. The Nigla Nairobi Square is like there in Manhattan, and you see different race. But when you look at others, you see beer black.
Wow.
I mean, 10,000 I walk on one side, I got 10,000 I walk up. And what's shocking about it, them have the Roots bus where Mark with Jacob Miller, Bob Marley, all the Roots man.
Yeah.
And then you have the Gully and the Gaza bus with the different
Really?
from them. But it was something never to forget, man. And you see a man walking and you look on him, you think you know him, you know. But it's just a man look like a man like where you know from yard. You see me, I did.
Yeah, some really.
It was a different. And then now when you go to Gambia now, it was me and Alex Marley saying and a youth called Big Ranks come out of England. Saying, so when we come in Gambia now, first thing that shocked me, there was a big plane with a black woman in a big picture of the black woman in the Gambian plane, you know, with her on the tail light, you know.
Wow.
You see me idea down when I come in, it was like big crowd, the man and talk just like we.
Really?
Man, I said, yes, Rasta, more fire. and the worst thing with the fire is, they must say, dimmer. So fire, that another man bingo along with that mean more fire. You see me idea, and we'll go through now, and it's like motorcade and people are on off a mountain and high boat just to say. And then
it is a huge market, obviously Africa, a huge market for reggae music, and I'm happy that you have had the experience. It sounds like you'd go back there anytime, any day that the opportunity presents itself. Let's talk a little bit about let's talk about your current projects now. What are you working on? Is there an EP or an album coming up soon?
Well, the album coming up soon, you know. Some of it, thank God for I got opportunity to make Robbie from Sly and Robbie play and some of them before passed away, you know, especially this Wolf and Police Brutality and Boom Boom is a song of the war all over the world and stuff like that, and other stuff like sitting watching. So a bunch of different good musicians, you know, and the musical consciousness. So we just want the listeners all over the world to just embrace it and it's about what my too. So it just be a conscious music, you know. Yeah, man.
And I'm sure they will, Bridget, man. I tell you. So we love the energy and we love the vibe, you know. And we know so the fans, you're supposed to get even more fans right now, okay? You know the thing, you know. So what we want to know, how can the fans, you know, stay in contact with you? You know, how the social media platforms stay?
They can find me on all digital platforms, you know, from Apple to Amazon, any one of them. They'll find it worldwide.
And
you know?
and that's at Eric Smith.
Yeah, man. Eric Smith, definitely Eric Smith, and you know, and them can link me from Facebook, Instagram, you know, you know.
Yeah. Give thanks.
A conscious Rastaman in the reggae army. Eric, your music came to my attention a while back, and we're very, very pleased with what we've been hearing, and we wish you continued success and job bless. Enough respects. Thanks for talking with us this morning. What do you want to say to the fans before you go?
Well, big up the people from Papi, Augusttown, Angola, Jungle, Rima, Spangler, Spanish Town, St. Mary, everywhere, every foot corner of Jamaica, and England, Europe, everywhere, all the fans. Just tell them to right now, Roots and Reggae Return, it never gone nowhere. And I'm here to bring it to the people, saying, nice. and love and big up Roxy, big up One Blood Call, and all of the masses, saying.
Eric Smith.
Big up my sister and my family, you know?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Great vibes. Take care, bro. One love and Jah guide. Here, sir.
Rastafari.
Jody has rejoined us for us to say thanks and goodbye for the day.
Morning again, Bridge Nation. It was such a pleasure being with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, giving your say, you know, and enjoying the foreplay.
Wait, what? Oh, the game. Yeah, man.
Shellz.
We give thanks.
Bye. It was fun.
Yeah, man.
So, you know, we had our guests. We have to big up our guests that passed by this morning. So we had Lloyd Smith, journalist and political analyst, who gave us his view on the presentation of Dr. Nigel Clarke, Minister of Finance. Yep. We had our News 360. We had Garfield McCook, president and founder of Jamaica International Independence Foreign Song Competition. I wish I was somewhere else in the world as a Jamaican so that I could win that $8,000.
Wow, you say win, you not even say enter. You say
No,
win. Sorry.
I put things in the university now.
Oh.
Win.
Manifest.
Why our secret sound game? Nobody won that. It's a beautiful gift basket. Well, if we could give them one more clue, Richie. I could
Yeah,
throw that
sure.
for tomorrow.
Yeah, work on that for tomorrow.
Yeah, not too kind.
Yep. Thank you, Jody. Thank you.
You are most
Shellz.
welcome.
Yeah, no problem. Man.
DJ Audley.
Yes.
Big up New York, no man.
New York, big up yourself.
I say you big up New York.
Tri-State, big up yourself.
Yeah.
Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan.
All of them places.
Why would I always have to big
Richie
up yourself?
Rainford, thank you. Jeff Brown, Romy, and the crew, thank you all very much. Most of all, of course, we thank our listeners.
Yes.
Here in Jamaica and around the world, this has been the Global Connection with Irie Jam Radio. All of what we've been doing since 10:13 this morning has been carried live in the tri-state area.
That's right.
On our big sister station, Irie Jam Radio. Big ups to the crew up there and to our team here.
Richie B, the party master, on Up and Go, The Bridge, 99 FM.